Hello, Cancer. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to go ahead and do a new love session for you. See what you need to know about this new love affair in your life. Check out the energy and the vibes. So, I'm going to go ahead and pull 3 cards for the overall energy of this new person for you. See what's going on. I do hope all is well and that you are doing well, my dear. And may I have one more card, Divine? Okay. All right, so starting off in terms of thought life, looks like they're in the energy of gain, cultivation, profit, and conclusion. Perhaps it has been a long, flirtatious situation between you two, and you finally gotten to the place of where you're actively dating with a purpose here. And the natural disaster, risk, frustration, and survive is in the environment in terms of the energy. The numbers is 38 breaking down to 11, which is breaking down to a 2, which is about decisions, balance, and partnership. And then we also have merit making in the spiritual energy right now, which is about goodness, humanness, and morality. Okay. 64 breaking down to a 10. 10 is about 1, breaks down to a 1. It's about new beginnings, potential, and new initiatives. So it looks like the new love energy is transitioning into something more concrete, something more consistent, not necessarily committed, but more consistent. In this natural disaster energy in the center is probably a little bit of like, the natural kind of like you're a little bit scared, but you're not fearful because you don't know what will happen, and you're afraid of like, okay, now we're starting to get real and what's going to really happen. Because when you're in the flirtation stage, I mean, let's be honest, you're bringing forth your representative. You're trying to do and say everything just right to make sure that you keep this person's attraction at its peak for you, because you're attracted to them and you want to keep doing things that keep them attracted to you. But once you push past that point and say, okay, I really do like you and I really want to see what we could do to integrate our lives and possibly really become a solid couple, growing towards commitment, exclusivity, etc., then you have to really begin to open, let down your barriers a little bit more and allow this person to see you in more vulnerable states. You're not necessarily going to be so very concerned about how they see you, because you're going to be acting in your natural form. So, for instance, something that may irritate you really badly when you're in the flirtation stage, you may find a way to like stifle that down and act as if everything is cool. But once you get to a place where this person is getting to know you, hence letting down those barriers and seeing what's behind the curtain, you allow them to see you get angry. You allow them to see what pisses you off. And so, there's stages of vulnerability there. But then we have merit making in the spiritual position here, which is about associating this situation with the divinity within them and within you. And perhaps a cover and protecting over the situation, because you guys like each other that much. And so you want to move forward and try to be in harmony and alignment with each other as best as possible, while allowing divine energy in for intuitive guidance and instruction. And of course, gain is here too, of where there is an energy of value with each other. You see each other as people that are at the core just like about goodness and wholesomeness. Of course, you got a little shadow and light there, but in terms of everything else, you love how this person interacts with strangers as well as people they know, and vice versa. So it's just a goodness and a wholesomeness there, and you feel like to be around each other is a gainful situation, because you make each other you balance each other's energies out in a proper way at this point. And again, it's just looking like you just want to go further down the road with this person. So in a good way. Okay. So, all right. We like it. All right. Let's get into your tarot portion. While I'm pulling your cards here, go ahead, take a few deep breaths into your energy and let's tap in. Divine may have 5 best cards. Why we are here with the new love energy, what needs to be known overall in the connection. So you have Five of Wands in reverse, Seven of Cups upright, Ten of Swords in reversed, Ten of Wands in reverse. Okay. And the Sun card in reverse. Okay. Starting off with the Five of Wands in reverse, you're not meeting, neither, it looks like there was, slow it down. The connection is not meeting with any adverse effects, either external from the relationship or internally from the two of you. So there's no resistance, there's no fear, there's no fighting. Again, that energy of that came out with the, let's see, natural disaster. Again, it just felt like there was just a little bit of a scare. Like you're scared because you don't know what's next. It's almost like riding a roller coaster when you get to the top. All that energy and that anxiety builds up as you're nervous, but you know you're going to get off the ride safely. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But it is going to be quite the thrill. And that's what it's building up to right now. So that in terms of each other having any external or internal obstacles or resistance towards this situation moving forward into a more committed or consistent situation, moving towards exclusivity and commitment, there is no resistance there. Now at the center you have Seven of Cups, Ten of Swords in reverse, and Ten of Wands in reverse. This would indicate again that emotional uncertainty of how things are going to progress. Again, trying to map out a plan of what, thinking about what your feelings are going to be here. What should you keep hidden? What should you let them know? And it's really, the energy about privacy at this point. You don't want to be, you're still at the new stages of things, dear Cancer. So you don't want to be just an open book, because right now you're seriously considering this person to be perhaps your number one. You want to commit to this person, but you still need to operate in a sense of personal protection. Okay. And vice versa for them too. But we're talking about you. So about personal protection in terms of your vulnerabilities and certain things that are personal to you that this person hasn't really, as one of my, mentors would say, earned access to, right? So it's still a place of you all are learning each other. And just because you're in a space of wanting to open yourself up to possibly committing and being exclusive with this person doesn't mean that you put the cart before the horse and telling them everything that you think will endear them to you. They will find that out in due time. And when you're really ready and comfortable, don't force that with the Seven of Cups energy, okay? Take your time. There's no rush here. And when the divine time presents itself, you will know when, what, where, and how to do whatever needs to be done in that moment. With the Ten of Swords here in the reverse at the center, this is a time of optimism, and I'm having visualizing a positive outcome. With the Ten of Swords in reverse, you feel, in short, safe to go with this person. There's nothing in mentally, once again, that's holding you back or haunting you from other relationships. You are really learning that you have really come into a space of healing in terms of how you deal with your romantic relationships, because the things of the past are not haunting you in a way to hold you back. You're gaining wisdom from those swords in order to move you forward. So now they're putting up as swords of truth and wisdom and knowledge in the spaces that you'll need those 10 swords of clarity moving forward in the relationship. It could symbolize each month moving forward, there'll be a new truth unveiled for you to understand and learn from. The Ten of Wands is also in reverse. This relationship is not going to be about a lot of heavy lifting on your side, of where in the previous connections you may have had to do all of the emotional energies, and you maybe dealt with people that were a bit emotionally unavailable or out of balance or unstable, etc., so on and so forth. That is not going to be the case with this relationship moving forward. It looks promising in that way. So this relationship is not going to be a burden on you, either mentally or in terms of your actions or energies or efforts being made. You're going to receive, it's going to be a lot of reciprocal energy here. The Sun card in the reverse is more so an internal reflection of how happy and fulfilled you are. The divinity within you is giving you energy and letting you know intuitively that you are, again, safe to go. There's nothing for you to be afraid of. Jesus has his hands on the, if you will, Jesus is taking the wheel here, and your spiritual nature and the divinity within you and surrounding you is going to guide you properly when it comes to this person. this is the opportunity for you to build that muscle and that connection in your romantic life. Perhaps before you relied on a lot of knowledge and advice from others, but at this point, you know that the best energy to rely on is the divinity around you and within you to guide you towards the proper steps to take, whether you're going to be moving forward or whether it's going to be forward to a point and then things come to a close. You're trusting the divine to make to guide you at this point, that you don't need to go off and have all these different conversations and group chats, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, about what's going on in your relationship. And you've also learned the value of privacy here, which is also what those swords are probably the Ten of Swords in reverse is about as well too. There's an end to you needing to have, you know, outside influences, know too much about what's going on with you. Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's see what this person's energy is. What is the effect that they're having on the connection at this time? Judgment in reverse. Ace of Swords upright. King of Pentacles in reverse and Two of Wands in the upright. Okay. All right. So their energy right now, specifically towards the connection, is the Judgment in reverse. They're in an open space about you and they really are interested in getting to know you better. Okay. The Ace of Swords is in the upright is where they feel like you're being truthful and honest with them. It's refreshing to them. They do like your sense of logic and the way that you see and view the world. And they like that you speak honestly, which is, I'm hearing the message coming through is that it's very refreshing for them, that you know how to express yourself properly. You're not super opinionated in that way, which is, Cancer energy all day. It's really a relaxing flow. The Cancer is the crab, and the crab moves at things indirectly. But because you move it into things indirectly, it's almost like you make a full circle around the subject matter, right? And so you can just kind of see the shadows, the light of it, the sad, the gray areas. And so I think that's something that sometimes people miss about when they deal with cancers, because they can go so deep into the situation because they're going completely around it, making the full circle, coming back to point and looking at it face forward again. And now they've seen everything, the things that were trying to be hidden, the things that were on the side that nobody was paying attention to, like you see everything. And so they really do like that you do take a full well-rounded view of things, right? It's not always just so black and white. Sometimes it is, depending on the situation, because Cancer has a really good memory when it comes to energy and spiritual alignment and things of that nature. So if you come across a certain energy again, that signature is there, you'll remember it and you instinctively go into your wisdom and you know how to handle it. But when something's new, you do take your time and see everything, and they appreciate that. Now, the King of Pentacles being in reverse is their energy of they're not ready to reveal how deeply they are feeling about you. It's too soon, hence that energy early on when you had the Seven of Cups. That's why you're having that the conflicting energy of, well, what should I open up? Should I tell them everything? Same thing is going on for them with this King of Pentacles in reverse. It's more so about them feeling and knowing that down the line, this is their vision, but they're keeping that to themselves. Like, I could really just, I really want to just jump right in here first. I know you're my person. I know you're what I want to, who I want to be with for the foreseeable future, but they're afraid of, scaring you. Again, that energy early on of like, I don't want to be too scared and, of the natural disaster. They don't want to push too hard, because Cancer can be like, scurry the fuck away, right? Like, no, right? They don't want to scare you. They don't want to startle you with it. So they're keeping it, but that is their intentions. The King of Pentacles being in reverse in this energy is really about them like, this is what I feel, but I know I can't show that just yet, because here we have the Two of Wands. First, they know they've got to build solid partnership with you. They know that you need to feel like you are being seen by them, that you're appreciated by them, and that you're respected by them. That is right now what the energy is showing. And that's what they want from you, and that's what they want to give to you as well. See how that roller coaster going up? You know what I'm saying? But notice there's little crests here each time to take a breath, look around, check out the view, and then, okay, let's go a little bit higher. Let's go a little bit deeper. Let's go a little bit further. Okay? Now, how are you feeling about the connection specifically? What's your energy towards them at this time? Nice. Okay. Look at Tower in reverse. Good. Seven of Swords. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And then the Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay. This, I feel, is reflecting back to that overall energy between you two at this time. With this Seven of Cups, you're still trying to, again, remember that what was just said, that the analogy of the crab goes all the way around. This is a new person. So you're still trying to figure things out in terms of what you need to know and what this person is trying to perhaps keep in the shadows. But you want to know if they're keeping things in the shadows as a form of, again, overall personal protection, or are they trying to hide things from you that'll harm you later? Okay, there's a difference. So with this Tower card in reverse, you may have certain suspicions right now, okay, in terms of something that you feel like they're holding back from you, which is really, I feel like it's a positive. We're going to be pronoic and say it's the King of Pentacles energy about them wanting to rush into commitment with you. But they're afraid of saying this to you right now because of the fact that they know it may cause a huge issue. Hence, you being careful and keeping the Tower card in reverse and not wanting to blow things up right away and ask them, hey, I feel like you're lying to me about something, blah, 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 blah. You're doing your rounds, okay? The Seven of Swords is here where you feel like there's something that they're holding back from you. But notice in this particular depiction of the Seven of Swords, the person is keeping a sort of truth here. The other Six Swords are, here and there. Some are facing up, others are facing down. So there are things that they are exploring and exposing, and there are things they are keeping quiet, just as you are. Okay, so we have two sevens out, and sevens are about spirituality, wisdom, and exploration. They may be keeping their thoughts in terms of what they want to do and how they want to see the relationship moving forward, in terms of they want to put things on fast forward and go right and jump, hop, skip right on into the deep end of the pool. They're keeping that quiet, whereas yours is Seven of Cups in terms of emotion as to what to reveal, what to show about how you truly feel or how deep your feelings are going. So you're both on the same page, but, same book, but different chapters right now. One person is in their head, the other person is in their emotions. So you're trying to, at this point, you're trying to get that balance and that equilibrium. But remember, the Five of Wands is there. There really isn't any resistance. The Ten of Wands is in reverse. The Ten of Swords is in reverse. Five of Wands is in reverse. There's nothing to be afraid about here. You also have Sun card in reverse. It's about your overjoyment and happy about things. But you're really trying to keep everything calm on the surface because, again, neither one of you want to scare the other away in terms of how deep your feelings are developing and how quickly they are. You're waiting for the divine time, which wisdom, okay? The Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Queen of Swords is in reverse. So with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse under the King of Pentacles, again, both wanting that expansion, both feeling that there. But what we need to look at it is that these are the seeds of expectations that you're planting. Your goals are in alignment. You're in alignment in terms of what you want to do with each other and how you see things progressing. It's just you still have to cultivate it, be a good gardeners and nurture the soil, nurture the seedlings. Make sure the soil is maintained, fertilized, and everything else, and keep pouring into the situation with each other. Even though right now you want to jump ahead, again, put the cart before the horse, you have to have the proper setup, okay? You have to have the proper foundation, and that's what you guys are working on and slowly building. You want to slow things down. And perhaps it's also learned energy for both of you in terms of your wisdom that you both have a tendency to fall quick, fast, and in a hurry. And in that process, you miss all of the important things that are going to give you the proper foundation to stand on when the storms inevitably come, and they will. Okay, so you both are probably in a position where you've learned from that in the past, and now you have an opportunity to build something of quality and value with each other, and you're taking your time by force. You're slowing each other. Each one of you are slowing yourselves down in the proper way in order to make sure that things are progressing at the proper pace and speed, and that you're really comfortable and secure. Like, you don't want to get to certain places at certain important points and being like, I have no idea how this is going to work out. We don't have any type of plan of progress. We've never discussed this. I don't know. Of course, there's going to be certain things that come up. You're like, I didn't expect that. But at the same time, if you have a great foundation and understand how each side works and what your strengths are and how you support each other and where your positions are in the relationship of strength, then you'll know how to support each other and you can get through anything because you'll be able to communicate properly and then create the proper plan. But if you don't learn each other well enough, the opposite will happen. So with the Queen of Swords being in reverse on the under the Two of Pentacles for their, not Two of Pentacles, the Two of Wands for their energy, you may have certain rules and regulations that you want to put into place with this person, right? Because when the Queen of Swords is in reverse, she's in the space of wanting to take control, push things forward in her way. Let's see what this Queen of Swords in reverse is about. More energy, please. More information on the energy divine of the Queen of Swords in reverse. Six of Cups in reverse. Yeah. And the Empress in reverse. You guys are holding back a lot of natural energy with each other because you're right about now. Again, it feels like you both are people that fall fast and hard and you don't want to jump the gun here. So this Queen of Swords here is resisting wanting to take control and talk about all of your emotions and how you're feeling. And because you maybe have learned from that Ten of Swords being in reverse very early on, if you tell too much about your emotions, these things have been used against you in your past. And no, with no disrespect, with all due respect, rightfully so, because sometimes you don't know the intentions of a person right off the bat. Everybody can sell you, romance is an easy place to be sold a dream. And everything is about what's being said, right? We're going to be this and this and this. And, when you hear people talk about a relationship that starts off hot and fast and burns out just as quickly, the first thing you hear a person generally talk about is what this person was talking about, the promises that they were making. They were saying this, and we were going to have a family, and and those are things that get you to drop your boundaries. It allows you to let go of your common sense in certain situations. Like, this doesn't even make any sense. This person doesn't know me well enough to even be thinking about that, right? Or at least you may be fantasizing about it or dreaming about it. That's perfectly fine because those are romantic notions and that's natural to say. But at the same time, that doesn't need to be said because honestly, you don't really know. Right? But you can have fantasies and dreams about that. You can do that on your own when you're thinking about your ideal partner in person. Of course, you're thinking about you want to be married, you want to have family, you want to have this. And now this person shows up that can put in the reality, in the material world, that could actually facilitate your romantic dreams for you that you've already had in place. So you make the mistake of you superimpose that onto the person or project it onto the person, and now they become this ideal for you. But in reality, you don't know them well enough and how they move in the world. If they are even prepared to do something like that, can they even commit to themselves and take care of themselves well enough to even be in a position to offer the proper support and foundation to build that type of connection? So with this energy in reverse with the Queen of Swords, it's like you're exercising personal control here to try to not, again, put the cart before the horse. Okay. Knowing though that this person possesses all the energies and feels that would put you in a position to want to do these things, but at the same time waiting and seeing if they actually possess the actual skills, the foundation, the knowledge, the wisdom, and the wherewithal to actually do the things with discipline, commitment, and consistency. Will the relationship naturally and intentionally progress in that direction? Okay. So what does the divine want you to know about this situation at this time, my dear Cancer? Messages from the divine. Five of Cups. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Two of Pentacles upright. And then the Seven of Pentacles. You're in a good. This relationship is in the seedling form. It's in creation, and it's a good spot because you guys are really thinking about this, planning this, being cautious in the right ways. The Five of Cups is you're scared of disappointment, which comes back to the natural disaster. Okay, energy again. You're both carrying that. But note that in the Five of Cups, 3 cups are overturned and 2 cups are upright. So, what I feel like the divine is asking you to do here, the message coming through it clearest regarding that energy, is to remember where you stumbled before, because that's about your personal reflection. Okay, it's not about the relationship. I mean, these are your personal messages from the divine. So, it's about looking back over those situations and how you may have caused certain situations to go a certain direction, or it may have been with that Queen of Swords energy, 6 of Cups, Empress, moving things in a direction even though that things were not ideal or aligned for that energy. You loved the person and you more so than was necessary, and caused unnecessary pain and hurt in the past for yourself because you got ahead, or you wanted to make something what it wasn't. Okay, and that's not a bad thing. It's just you get hopeful and excited, and you and cancers love romance. They really do. And go ahead once your emotions get ahead of you, and then you find out later that this person just is emotionally unavailable, or they don't have the support system necessary, or anything else. You romanticize the person and you cover over a multitude of their shortcomings, and think that love will handle it. But there's love, and then there's romantic love. There's a fantasy world, and there's the reality. And when it got time to be in the cold world of the reality, you found out that these people fell short. However, you've never lost hope that 2 of Cups, you're going to come across the right person. However, now you're prepared on your side to be cautious, and remember that you are a jewel. You do have a lot of love to give, and that it needs to be earned. That access has to be earned. Now, the 10 of Pentacles in reverse with the 2 of Pentacles upright. This is, again, of course, of you protecting self-protection, protecting your resources, not letting this person in on all of your secrets. Okay, they need to earn access to this. For instance, if you're a person that is sitting on a nice little chunk of change, or you live well, or whatever the case may be, don't have them all to your house and everything all so soon, right? Because again, we don't know what a person is thinking, or their personal, how their little mind is going to start working. Maybe they were in love and then they saw that they could step up with you, and now they're like, oh, they opping you, right? So allow a person to know. Don't bring them to the house right off the bat. Don't cook dinner right off the bat. Oh, come over, I'll cook dinner for you, blah 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 blah. No, you know what I'm saying? Wait. Give that some time, 6, 7, 8, 9 months down the line, whatever the case may be. If that's too long, I don't know, might want to ask yourself about that, right? There's plenty of things to do outside of your personal home. Because remember, when you bring a person across your threshold, their energy comes with them, and then their memories are there, and then da-da-da-da-da. And you're like, do I really know this person well enough to have them having permanent space in my house? Because you're going to remember it. You know what I mean? If you're going through Netflix and y'all was sitting on the couch and watching this, you're gonna remember that night. Don't haunt yourself. Don't put ghosts in the house. 2 of Pentacles to the 7 of Pentacles, because that's something you can prevent. The 2 of Pentacles is about finding the balance with each other, getting into the flow, understanding how each other works, building, strengthening the bond. And then the 7 of Pentacles is watering it, allowing things to grow, taking their time, slowly, right? This 10 of Pentacles in reverse is you already have everything that you need, right? This person is here to share that with you, not add to any. You already got everything you need. That's what the universe is letting you know. And it's up to you to protect it, okay? All right, so let's see here. Angel answers, and I don't break these down. These are for you. There's something better, recovery, and choose a new direction. Okay? All right, dear Cancer. It looks like the situation is good in terms of it's a new energy for you. And you're take it one step at a time. Okay? Don't apply any undue pressure to yourself, and don't allow this person to apply any undue pressure to yourself. If you want to slow things down, slow things down. It's up to you to determine what you can handle in the relationship. Maybe in the past it has been really about the speed at the whatever the other person wants to go, or again that one more time, putting the cart before the horse. You've been so in a rush to get to a certain place that you've idealized in your mind about a romantic connection, that you've dragged the person kicking and screaming, and they've just taken advantage of the situation, and then you're left, cleaning up the mess and the emotional fallout of everything. This is an opportunity, to just take your time and enjoy being loved, being liked, and liking and loving and growing in love for someone else. Okay? All right. All right, my dear Cancer, I see you. I appreciate you. You matter to me. And remember, back then is not now. Always be in harmony with your surroundings. Stay sucker free. Hope to see you soon.